Hey guys, Tim here with the Long Hair Gardener, and today is about more summer prep. So what I've done is I have finally brought out all of my house plants and all of the plants that I've kept inside over the winter, and they are officially out here and ready for the summertime. So there are a few more things that I need to do to prepare, one of which is cut back most of this green here that you see behind me. Also, I'm going to dig out a rose bush that I no longer want to have here in the garden and replace it with the banana tree, which I also brought out from overwintering inside. So it's just a few more things to get ready for the summertime, and then on the next video it's going to be all about planting the annuals, and the garden will be ready. So come along and see what some of the changes are that have been happening here in my garden. All right, something went wrong and I did not get any footage of me digging that out, which is probably better because it was kind of a struggle to get it out. So this is what the area looks like now. I have that nice open hole. And then over here, again, excuse the mess, I am in major transition right now. You can see what the rose bush looks like. Hopefully it survives. A lot of the soil or ground fell off, but I am hopeful that it survives in its new home. And now I'm going to take this banana tree right here and move it into its new home right here. I do want to do a quick update on some of the plants that are currently blooming, because if I do not move quickly enough, they will disappear. So this is a bearded iris, and yesterday there were three flowers blooming, and now there are only two. So I want to make sure to show you guys what this looks like. Another plant update is this pineapple plant right here. Let me get a little bit closer so that you can see my hand. This is a pineapple that I grew from a pineapple from the grocery store. I think it is maybe 3 years old at this point, and it is quite big. So I did repot this and bring it outside for the summer, and this may be the last year for bringing this plant inside because it is entirely too big. I also have the Tropicana Gold Canna. This guy is doing good, survived inside over the winter. I also have some upright elephant ear alocasias, which are finally starting to show some signs of life. I believe those plants do not like to go dormant, so I'm going to try to overwinter them a little bit different next year. This is the calla lily, and it is quite huge and ready to be put in a larger pot. There's the other Tropicana Canna lily, and of course the Abyssinian banana tree, which I overwintered and just planted, looking quite good. Moving on over, these guys lived inside my apartment for the winter. I have a mojito elephant ear, for what that was for a second, and then a coffee cup elephant ear, and then the new one this year is this black one. Stepping on over, I'm excited to say that this caramel heuchera has survived and is flourishing. And I also have over here a pineapple plant, pineapple lily, pineapple flower, I think is what they call it. So This guy is also ready. Let me spin around. So these are all plants that I have overwintered inside, and now I have officially brought them all out and they are ready to plant. These are, if you've watched any of my other videos, these are some coleus that I propagated, and they are doing pretty good. I'm not sure if you can see, it's a little hard. At the tip or the top of the plant, I did come in here and pinch all of these back so they get a little bushy, and there is new growth coming, so that is good news. There's also one of my hairs. One more thing before we get started on this part of the garden. So it's basically that time of the year now where I need to start planting the annuals. So I need to come in here and I'm going to cut back all of this greenery that you see, or most of it. Most of this stuff is just bulbs from the spring, and I think they are pretty far along that I can cut them back without really damaging the bulb. You do want to leave the green parts on as long as possible, but it is time. I do want to show or point out that I also have right here, which I recently staked, I do have a dahlia. This is a dark purple dahlia. I'm going to go ahead and call it the black dahlia because that's just on my brand. But I don't know, or I don't believe that it is officially called a black dahlia. I found the tag, if you will, for the dahlia that I have over here that I call the black dahlia. It is actually called a Gideon. So we will see what this guy looks like, or you will see what this guy looks like in the summer. I've seen it 3 years now, and it is very beautiful and comes out almost black. But anyway, it came up from last year. I don't dig it out, and it is looking great. The final plant I want to point out are these guys right here. I am very fortunate that my purple heart, or purple queen, Tradescantia pallida, comes back every year. I don't know, I'm kind of surprised, honest. It's not a plant that is a perennial, but I think because it's covered with leaves over the winter, it comes back, and I am very thankful that it does that. So what I'm cutting back today are the bulbs that were from the springtime, so the hyacinths, the grape hyacinths. There are a few leftover tulips, daffodils. There are some irises, but I think it is definitely too early to be cutting those back. Right here is this is an iris, and it just finished blooming not too long ago, so I don't want to cut this back. You want to leave the green on as long as possible, because the longer the green is on, the stronger the bulb will be next year. So some of these things I think I can go ahead and cut back. So all I'm going to do is just kind of stick my scissors. These are not my best scissors, so that's why I'm okay kind of sticking them under the ground a little bit and coming in here and just trimming them back. So those were hyacinths that I just cut off, and these here look like, these could be crocuses or grape hyacinths. So I'm just going to come in here, cut back all of these plants that are in here so that I can make room for the annuals. Okay, as you can see, that looks so much better already. I have a huge pile of greenery here that I took off. I did find another iris, which I didn't cut off because I want to move it over here with the other irises. And I didn't cut this off either because I'm not 100% sure what this is. The base of it kind of looks like it could be an allium, but I don't know. I've had alliums in here before, but I haven't seen them in a while, so I'm not sure. I'm just gonna let that go. I also am able to more clearly see the sedum that I have in here, which I may also want to relocate because right now it's just kind of in the middle of nowhere. Okay, so I just went ahead and took out the bearded iris that was over here, slid it over here with the rest of them. Also took out the sedum that was just kind of in the middle of nowhere. Put them back here for right now. I did leave a couple plants. You know, I didn't cut them down. I believe these right here, there's some right over here, are Crocosema. So definitely don't want to cut those down way too early. And I feel like it's worth repeating. Make sure that I'm coming over here to the pile of green from all of the bulbs, I do want to say again that it's important to leave the green on as long as possible, unless you treat your bulbs like annuals, because the longer the green, the better the bulb will perform next year. So I probably could have left them on a little bit longer, but I do plan on putting these annuals in soon, so I just want to go ahead and get started with the bulb foliage removal. Also over here, did the same thing, took out some of the bulb foliage, and I think we're ready to go. I think the next step is going to be planning up this garden. Alright guys, I think that's everything for today. As always, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next garden video when we plant annuals. So have a great day in your garden. Bye.